Hello and welcome to this week's YouTube video. Do you struggle with your compositions and are not sure how to arrange your subjects in their surroundings? In this video, I will show you a simple trick to use when dealing with a single subject. I'll be using this dog commission painting that I recently did as an example. This spaniel was painted from a reference photo, and originally the photo was more of a square shape, with the dog sat on a sofa and lots of objects in the background. The room colour was also much lighter. It was very busy, so I cropped it to A4 size and went with a canvas that complemented the shape of the dog. But this gave me a real issue of the shape of the negative space around the dog. What is negative space? Negative space refers to the space around the area of interest. This area is my negative space, and it is just as important as my positive space. If I leave it as it is in my reference photo, in terms of the same value and same colour, it makes the shape of my dog look very ugly and a bit blob-like on my canvas. When trying to figure out simple compositions, you are much better reducing your reference photo into simple shapes. This will make it much easier to figure out what to do with your negative space. Here, if I darken the value of this area, it gives me a much nicer shape here. What about the colour and temperature? I follow a very simple rule here. I stick to my split complementary colours. If I show you my colour wheel, you will understand a little better. I have my red-orange of my dog's head, and my two split complementaries are green and blue. I have used green in this area up here and blue in this area down here. The green contrasts really well with my red-brown because green and red are complementary colours. Complementary colours and split complementary colours will always work. So look at the colours in your subject and then choose colours based around that. Let me show you my palette for this painting and show you how I got the colours to work together. On my palette I have cadmium yellow, yellow ochre light, transparent yellow oxide, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, transparent red oxide, ultramarine deep, titanium zinc white. I have also mixed up a few other colours. This includes a black red of alizarin crimson, transparent red oxide and a small amount of ultramarine deep. The next colour is red orange, which is a mix of cadmium red and yellow ochre light. The next colour along is a mix of transparent red oxide and cadmium yellow. This top row are all warm colours. On the second row I have a black purple, which is a mix of cadmium red and ultramarine deep. The more red I add to my blue, the browner this colour tends to go, so it is great to use for my warm browns. I also have a couple of blue-greens. The first one is a mix of transparent yellow oxide and ultramarine deep. Due to the transparency of the yellow, it does not affect the value of my blue. My last colour is a mix of yellow ochre light and ultramarine deep. These two are my cool colours. Notice how I have predominantly orange and blue on my palette, which are complementary colours, and red and green, which are also complementary colours. I also have my split complementaries of red, orange, green and blue. My colour mixing reflects my intentions for this painting. When placing the colours in my background, I am placing them according to the colours they are next to on my object. For example, here I have an area carrying more red. I have therefore placed a green next to it. As I move to this area over here, my red becomes cooler. This area is not as warm as this area. I have therefore used a much warmer red-green, mixing alizarin crimson into this blue-green. To summarise then, at the top part of my painting I have my reds and greens. I always place a red next to a green. As I move to the bottom part of my painting, I move to blue. I am using ultramarine deep straight from the tube. Notice how I have this very warm orange area here and my complementary of blue down here. My blue makes my orange pop and vice versa. Also, notice how this white area here carries warm temperatures of orange in the shadows around a blue collar. The warm of the chest shadows pop against the cool of the background. To get that really lovely white fluffy effect, you need to always finish with your white straight from the tube over the slightly darker areas. The cool of the white will make the warms of the darker whites pop. To sum up then, I reduced my reference photo to simple value shapes and assessed that my negative space looks ugly around my object. I have therefore darkened my values to give me a more symmetrical composition. I have chosen colours that complement my red and orange subject. These are green and blue. I have always placed my colours next to their colour opposites. This makes my dog pop, regardless of the fact that I have darkened my values in my negative space. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and found it useful. Please like and subscribe if you can, and check out my website sarahhallidayart.com, where you will find examples of my work and also details of online classes that I run. Thank you for watching and see you for the next one.